Actually, so my dad's actually Sparky on 104 The Blaze. He's a DJ. So I grew up and I was meeting rock stars since I was like knee high. So it's just been instilled in my fucking veins as long as I can remember.
Absolutely.
Honestly. So yeah. So I mean, I just remember before even really caring about music as a whole. Like my dad, we were at a show. I think it was Creed back in 2000. And there was an opening band that was just kind of going through the motions and whatever, just kind of doing their thing, not really having fun. And I said something about it, and he's like, yeah, it's called stage presence. And he's like, you see how the crowd really isn't having fun because these guys look like they're bored? And then, I was like, okay, cool. And the next band came up, and I think it was Creed. They had like, a lot of fucking fireworks and a lot of cool lights and shit, and they were having fun and rocking out, and the crowd was in turn having a lot of fun. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like if you have fun on stage, they're more than not going to have fun.
Yeah.
And it's just all about stage presence and stuff. So I grew up, seeing these, elite rock stars that were known all across the globe and watching their stage presence. So I was like, okay, cool. I see what they're doing. And so like, I come from a rock background. So when I'm up on stage, I still have that same energy. I don't just up there and I'm not just, whatever. So like I headbang and pour water on my head and I'll crowd surf if I can, if the venue allows it.
Look,
but, so I'm just like to have fun and just be energetic because, if people wanted to truly just listen to you, they'd fucking throw your record on or find you. If they want to be visually entertained and, big thing about my shows that I do is I try and have people leave with two things. One is a physical item of some sort of merch, like whether it's a download card and all sorts of shit that I have.
Oh yeah. Let's put this. So when the man came in the building, let me just show you how professional the man is though. When he came in the building, he hit me with one of these. You know what I'm saying? He hit your guy with one of these. You know what I mean? So let's just check it out, get in close. Hey, with the free advertising thing, man. Come on, man. Get smart with your work, gentlemen.
Yeah,
and ladies.
So those are $30 for 500 of those, and depending on how many shows you do, and you can give out, fucking as many as you can at every show. Yeah, so it's just easy. So you leave something as simple as that. I mean, I have merch, and I actually just got my merch printed up by Relentless Merch in Lincoln. They do a phenomenal job. So here's the back of that shit. But yeah, so I just got my merch and shit in, and so I know that it's an important thing for someone to leave with something physical, so they can physically remember your name and whatever, and leave with an emotion. So I take people on an emotional roller coaster from rocking the fuck out and turning up and club music to something that has a lot more to do with reality and to open it up about an experience and shit. So that way people can take a certain emotion home with them too that's attached to that item. So it becomes sentimental to them and therefore they more than not becoming a core fan. So it's so I just try and leave people with that and people flock to that. So
man, it seemed like when you was talking about the stage presence, that in and of itself, bro, that culminates everything, and I like how you seem to cover every basis of the experience. Yep. The experience is for the fans, even though you are expressing yourself. It's man, you tapping into someone else's emotional experience, and allowing them to live that through.
Yeah, well, I mean, because part of my creative process is the fact that so I'll hear an instrumental, right, and it'll give me some sort of color which is associated with a vibe. So I'll hear something. And I'll literally almost visually in my head, it'll associate it with a color. So dark purples and dark blues are really emotionally deep, whatever. Red is more aggressive, light blues is a little bit more poppy and fun. Oranges is whatever, happier. And so I associate a color with an emotion, and then I basically can see the music video happening before I start writing, and I break down what I'm seeing. So basically I break down what I'm seeing into words, and I allow my audience to literally take that same picture and rebuild it with using my words, and they can paint that same picture. So you know what I'm saying? So I just try and take people through an experience.
It's coming up.